This is the International Conference of the Future Problem Solving Program, where young people from 45 states and 4 countries participate in creative problem-solving competitions. They are creative writers, researchers, students at every level from elementary through high school. But among the most remarkable are the students who use future problem-solving tools to address real-life challenges in their own communities.
To educate elementary school children on why people in third world countries are starving.
We have created many ways to show students that they don't have to join gangs to be cool or have a feeling of security or belonging. We feel that we have made a great impact in our community.
Our main goal when we started this project was to get Kentucky Highway 146 refinished altogether.
These are community problem-solving teams, groups of students who apply the principles of the Future Problem-Solving Program to existing challenges in their school, community, or state. In community problem-solving, students move from ideas to action and bridge the gap between the classroom and the real world. Community problem-solving is an excellent vehicle for service learning or community service, engaging students in meaningful service to their schools or communities. They begin by talking about the issues that matter most to them and their neighbors. They research, they study, they develop an action plan, and then they put that plan to work. The results can change people's lives. This is Henry County, Kentucky, home to 15,000 people, dozens of small farms and factories, and one remarkable group of middle school students in the Future Problem-Solving Program.
We were sure we'd get support from the community because everybody in Henry County knows somebody who's been affected by the road.
The road, a deceptively ordinary stretch of Kentucky Highway 146, the site of 209 accidents, 101 injuries, and 5 fatalities in the last 8 years.
The history of 146, it's kind of like cancer to Henry Countyans, because there's probably not anyone in the county who does not know somebody who's been touched negatively by this road. They have either lost a loved one or they know somebody who has had a loved one in a serious wreck.
Ruthie Smith, a local teacher, knew all about Highway 146. It was on her mind as she became involved with community problem solving for the first time.
We wanted the best to come out of it, but getting federal highway funds allotted is something that they'd been trying to do for years and years.
Using techniques learned in the Future Problem-Solving Program, the Henry County students went to work.
I didn't know if we could do much at the beginning. I mean, it was, this is state law, and we were just 8th graders at the time. But we brainstormed some ideas, and we thought about the highway problem, and we set about trying to fix it.
We started doing our research, and as we gathered more information, we found that it was a 4.5-mile stretch that contained most of the accidents on that road. And altogether, there was 101 injuries out of the 209 accidents with 5 fatalities. As we started looking at that 4.5-mile stretch, we zeroed in on the 3/4 of a mile stretch. And that stretch held 75% of all the fatalities that had happened. And that is where we found our main project. That's what we based it on and what we tried to get done.
Probably their masterpiece, so to speak, is a map that they made. They took an aerial photograph of 146 and they stuck stick pins along the road at the exact locations according to the state police reports of where all the accidents had occurred. We didn't have to say anything. We just brought in the map, and that spoke the volumes. And again, when you see 208 stick pins and the red ones on there representing fatalities, that really stuck out.
We got federal funding to straighten one of the curves, and the road will be straightened before we get our license, and we're going to be saving lives.
Thanks to this community problem-solving team, Henry County secured an appropriation of more than $750 million to fix the deadliest curves on Highway 146. And the 8th graders took their story to the International Future Problem-Solving Competition.
I don't think it was until we landed in Connecticut that the kids realized how big this was, especially when they had set up for the community problem solving fair. The kids, you could just see a transformation in them when they got all this attention and all these questions were being asked, and people kept using words like incredible and awesome and unbelievable, and they were applying them to them. You know, that's when they began to really see just how big this was.
The judges thought so too. The students came back to Henry County as champions, winners of the Future Problem Solving Program's most prestigious awards. These students and their families will be safer thanks to community problem solving. But what's just as important is what they've learned about their neighbors and themselves.
I think that any kid can go out there and do something that'll change the world.
All over the world, students just like the ones in your school are confronting real challenges in their communities.
That's all we can hope to gain from this world, is to leave it better than we found it. And I think that's what they're on track to do.
You and your students can make a difference too. Find out how community problem solving can change things for the better.
Bolt yourself down, get ready to work, and be prepared for some tremendous outcomes.